We're gonna have some fun today playing a little game. I'm gonna come up with some common bathhouse scenarios and give you a few options of how to react in those situations. What you need to do is choose the correct response and then you get a point. Remember to keep score and comment below of how many points you got right, because that's gonna help us see how good you are at navigating a gay sauna, especially in comparison to other people. So do you think you have what it takes to win this challenge? Let's find out. You guys know my content and you know how many times I've pitted bathhouses versus the apps. That's why what I'm about to say means so much. Here's my little secret. Those times that I do hop on an app, it is always Sniffies. And here's why. Sniffies turns online to in-person the fastest. With Sniffies, everything is happening in real time and on a map. You can see who's online, who's ready to play, and where they are in relation to you, saving you a ton of time. You see who's nearby, who's hosting, or you can set up your own event or group play. And because Sniffies is a web-based app, you get to see all of the explicit photos right up front. Now, as a bona fide international cruiser, Sniffies is the only app that I use because it also shows popular cruising spots in whatever city you find yourself in. Plus, you can see how busy those places are at any given time. Connect with someone you like, go to theirs, invite them over, or meet them at a cruising spot. So many guys, so little time! Because you support my channel, I have got an offer that I know you're gonna enjoy. Go to sniffies.com to open your account and use code Marano to enjoy a full week of Sniffies Plus. Totally free. Join now, and I will see you on the map. We are gonna hop right into the first scenario like an over-eager guy approaches a slurp ramp with enthusiasm and an open mouth. Now listen carefully. Scenario number 1. You're hanging out in the jacuzzi when a guy you're really into gets in beside you. After a bit, you feel his hands on your thigh. You get excited and things start to heat up, even more than the water and the steam. How far is it appropriate to go in the jacuzzi? Is it option A, it's a bathhouse, you can do whatever you want, wherever you want? B, usually touching and kissing is okay, but anything else should be done elsewhere? Or C, the jacuzzi is a place to chat and that's it? Okay, I'm gonna admit that this is a bit of a tricky one because some saunas have different rules when it comes to jacuzzi behaviors. Some do not allow any play whatsoever, so when you do visit your local sauna, make sure to read the signs. But generally speaking, the answer I say would be B, but I will also accept C as well. The jacuzzi is great for making connections, for chatting, for kissing, getting to know each other sort of like superficially, but for the full enchilada, it is preferable to go somewhere else. Okay, let's move on to scenario number 2. You're passing a row of cabins with glory holes, and you try pushing on one of the doors. Now it's locked. So you decide to enter the one next door to check out what's going on inside that cabin. Through the adjoining glory hole, you can see there's 2 guys playing inside. This gets you going. So, should you A, reach through the hole and start fondling the guys? B, put your parts through the hole and hope to get some attention? Or C, go find your own partner to bring him back to your cabin? Okay, so for this one, you kind of gotta put yourself in the shoes or the flip-flops of the 2 guys in the cabin. You gotta assume that they went in there to get some privacy. So your best bet in this case would be C. Go find somebody else to do it with. Of course, you could tempt your chance with B, but I think C is a stronger answer. Nothing is more annoying than somebody grabbing through the hole, trying to get in on the action when they were not invited to. Okay, scenario number 3. You're wandering through the halls of the sauna and you notice that there is a door slightly ajar. You peek inside and you see somebody lying face down. Intrigued, you slowly push the door open and you approach the guy who hasn't acknowledged your presence at all. Tentatively, you touch his leg, but then you hear him snoring. The guy is like fast asleep. So, do you A, lube up and go for it, B, leave, closing the door behind you, or C, leave everything as you found it? In this case, the right answer would be B, it's your best option. A bathhouse is full of people who don't know each other. Not everybody in there has your best interest at heart. So if you come across a room with somebody sleeping in it, closing the door keeps them safe and sound. Scenario number 4. You're passing the XXX cinema and you notice that there's a bunch of guys in there and they're watching the screens. You take a seat, but you notice that nothing is happening. What do? Do you A, start the party by whipping it out? B, try to make small talk with the guy next to you? Or C, perform an impromptu tap dance? The cinema is a place where really anything goes. Sometimes it's calm and there's just like a couple of guys chatting, and sometimes it looks like a Bellamy super orgy and there's just limbs and body parts everywhere and it's nuts. So when you enter the cinema, read the room, but also don't be afraid to start the action yourself. So in this case, I'm going to accept either A or B. Congratulations. Scenario number 5. You are standing by your locker checking your messages when you feel a hand on your toweled bottom. You turn around to face some guy who you don't know. He's smiling at you and he starts stroking your lower back. You should A, smile back and let it continue. I mean, it's a bathhouse after all. B, punch him in the face. Or C, remove his hand gently but firmly. In this scenario, we're assuming that you're not necessarily into this person, so your best option is C. Always remember, consent is important. Even if it turns out that you are into the guy, he shouldn't be laying his hands on you without you even knowing that he's there. Never walk up behind somebody without them seeing and smack their butt or start touching them. That's not appropriate. Consent is as simple as like a smile or a sultry look. Like you don't have to say, I, Patrick Marano, consent to thine touch. It can be a lot more subtle than that, but you know when consent is given. Okay, how are we doing so far? Scenario number 6. You keep seeing this one guy in the halls. He's not walking in a straight line, his eyes are barely open, and when you hear him talking, he's slurring his words and he starts accosting patrons. You assume, probably correctly, that it's either drugs or alcohol, and you know it's only a matter of time until things get ugly. You should A, go with him to his room and finish all of his drugs so he doesn't get worse. B, report him to management immediately. Or C, ignore him. It's none of your business. Generally speaking, in a bathhouse, my motto is mind your business. But when the behavior is impeding a good time of other people, it's best to just bring it to management's attention. It's for the safety of everyone at the bathhouse. In this case, I'm going to say best answer is B, just because the guy's getting belligerent, he's starting to bother people, you know it's not going to end well here. Scenario number 7. You find yourself in the sling room and you see that someone is in the sling. You're intrigued and you want more. You could A, approach the guy, get acknowledged consent, and go for it. B, tell him to get out of the sling if you're not actually into him. Or C, have your way with him regardless. I mean, it's a bathhouse and he's in a sling. You know, slings are funny things. They're meant to offer somebody up on a platter, but when someone gets in one, a lot of guys, they get shy that are trying to approach it. They think, should I approach it? Can I approach it? I think a general rule for the sling is approach and shoot your shot. Like, sling people aren't usually super discerning. They're after one thing. I mean, there's no judgment. So the answer is obviously A. Did I say sling people? That sounds like some kind of Star Wars creature. The sling people. Scenario number 8. You are in somebody's room and you're fooling around. Then for whatever reason, the mood shifts and you're not into it anymore. You could say A, I need to go. It's you. It's not me. B, I need to take a break. Maybe I'll see you in a bit. Or C, I just remembered I didn't feed my cat. I gotta go. I mean, I guess any of these answers would work. Obviously, A is a bit mean and C is an obvious lie. So something along the line of B usually works best. Other options, you could say things like, I'm gonna go freshen up, or I'm gonna take a shower. I don't wanna finish yet. Maybe I'll see you later. Or I just got here, I'm going to explore some more. There's tons of different things you can say. Remember, you can't control how they receive what you're saying. So, scenario number 9. You're passing a room and you notice there are 3 guys playing with the door open. You approach for a better look. None of them notice you, but you want to join the fun. Should you A, knock on the door loudly to get their attention? B, slowly move closer till someone notices you? Or C, walk in, close the door, and throw yourself into the madness? So, as fun as C sounds, that's obviously not the right answer. Sometimes when guys leave the door open, it's an invitation to join, but sometimes it's just for folks to watch because they like putting on a show. So I would say B is your best answer if you're really wanting to join. Approach slowly, watch for the signs. They might invite you in or they might close the door. But no one can really fault you for trying. The door was open. Finally, scenario number 10. You enter the dark room. It's pitch black. As you make your way further in, you bump into bodies. Someone's hand is on your back. Someone else feels your bottom. Should you A, engage if you're enjoying it, leave if you're not? B, report them to management? Or C, run out of the darkroom screaming, consent is key? So I know we talked about consent, but the darkroom is one of those places where touching is allowed without the visual cues. Obviously, if somebody says no verbally, then move on. But because you can't see anything, you can't see anything. So everybody's going to be touching everybody. If you don't like the idea of being touched by someone you cannot see, then the dark room is probably not for you. So A is the right answer for this one. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I can't wait to hear how many answers you got right, how many you got wrong. Let us know in the comments. Remember, no cheating, and let me know if you disagree with my answers to those made-up scenarios, which actually happen quite frequently. So they're made up, but they happen a lot. To support my channel and stay connected with me, visit patrickmarano.com and make sure to sign up for my newsletter for discounts on fun stuff for you to enjoy. And I will see you in the next video. Mwah!